Good afternoon, dear classmates and teacher. We are team number 3 and we are going to present our final project. The members of the team are Sergio de la Garza, Alejandro Rivas, Raúl Abano, and Andrea Rocha. Let's begin. Okay, first, the order and organization for a warehouse stock storage can make a significant difference in the operations and sales of a company, which is why we choose to implement the 5 S's technique in a warehouse for the company Noble Surfaces, which does not have a good inventory management. Okay, then we have to mention the description of the company. This company is dedicated to selling products for sports fields and residential surfaces. Now let me show you 2 images that it will help you to see the warehouse before we implement our project and our countermeasures. This is the product. This is some of the products that are in stock in the storage, such as synthetic rolls and synthetic foliage. Okay, let me show you now some of the characteristics of the warehouse. The most important for us to know is that the current inventory is 130 rolls of grass and 300 boxes of foliage. The weight of the rolls is 200 kilos average. The weight of the boxes is approximately 5 kilos. Okay, this was just some basic information that you have to know after to continue with the presentation. In the rest of the presentation, we will show you different types of tools that we have learned during the semester. Some of them are SIPOC diagram, CDQ diagram, Pareto chart, process flow chart, different types of metrics, Ichikawa cause and effect diagram, FMEA, and some of Kaizen improvement that we made here. Now I'll let my classmates explain you a little bit of each diagram that we have learned.
First, we start with a simple diagram that identifies our suppliers, our inputs, our process, our outputs, and our customers. We identify here in this diagram that the process is the main problem that we have to focus all of our actions.
In this table, we define our 4 principles CTQs by the 4 objectives, that is invest in machinery, implement a scrap control, implement 5S, and define the delivery process by the periods to March to April. Okay, here as we can see, we put the 4 main problems by mistreatment of synthetic foliage, mistreatment of synthetic turf, physical accident, and late delivery. And as we can see, our main problem was the mistreatment of synthetic turf. And by following the 8-on-20 rule, we see that the main problem in the company's warehouse are defects associated with the mistreatment of synthetic turf.
Okay, now that we identify the problem, we are going to map the process. We're going to see very fast, but the client buys synthetic grass and determines the product, and we find that the problem is over here due to the lack of machinery and the lack of an identified process.
Well, and here are the metrics that we use for classifying the mistreatment of the synthetic turf. As you can see in this table, the defects are crushed, cracked, colored, scratched, broken, and deformed, and all of them are visual. Analysis. Well, with the cause and effect diagram, we identify the main root causes of the product mistreatment, and after doing this, we realize that the method is the main problem for the product mistreatment. Specifically, the transportation of the product is not efficient, the method is expensive, and that is physically challenging.
Okay, now we have our FMEA, and we analyzed that our main problems of mistreatment are the lack of machinery and the inadequate use of the machinery due to the high number of the RPN. That was 315 and 350. And also, it has a high severity, so we have to attack these problems first.
Well, and here are the improvements. The improvement number one is due to a lack of space in the warehouse, we first had to clean and separate scrap, so we applied the 5S by doing a layout made in AutoCAD, as you can see in the picture. And as you can see in this graph, the delivery time was reduced by 68%. Here is after this 5S and before the 5S. And here are some pictures so you can appreciate how the warehouse was and how it's now.
In the improvement number 2 that we done, the company bought a forklift truck because every time the company had a big shipment, they had to rent a machine that cost $300 per month, and they had to invest and buy his own forklift that cost the company $2,000.
And with this improvement, the return of investment is in 7 months due to the cost of $300 per month. It's only 7 months.
And then the improvement number 3, with this improvement, we invest in a rack that will hold the rolls. This reduced the cutting process by 70%, and waste was reduced significantly. With the old method, 1% of the full roll was wasted, and now with the cutting machine, no material is wasted.
As we can see in this chart, there was the current customer satisfaction, and it's divided by each month. And as you can see, in the first month, that was January, we have 20 complaints by the customers, and then on February, 13 complaints, on March just 1, in April 2, and on May it drops to 0 before we apply the 5.
Now that we applied our solutions, we implemented a control. Now the whole process that we saw later, it's now a procedure. And first, the client buys synthetic grass. It chooses it wants a full roll or cut. Now it's easy to locate because of the 5S. And now with our company to bring us the machine, and the delivery is now in 30 seconds. And now we have flow on our process, and it's a big improvement to the old process.
Now, after we have explained to you, we conclude that the client needs to have an efficient and effective method for the delivery of inventory in the warehouse, since it is his only point of entry and exit, as well as to eliminate the different types of waste that generate most of the times unnecessary cost for the company. The client needs also speed, flexibility, standardization, and a cleaning ethic in their work area, and this will result in economic benefits for the company and a high customer satisfaction. We want to thank to the company for letting us work with the project and provide us all the support and the necessary information to carry out the project of the quality engineering class. And also we want to thank our professor Horacio Martiñón for all the knowledge that he gave us during the whole semester of the class, mainly all the tools that we surround of the quality engineering, as well as his advice for the elaboration of the project with the use of the quality tools. And finally, we want to thank also to each member of the team for the dedication and contribution for this work. Thank you so much.